Well, this is the first day of the Florida 120, which is a 5-day rally for small sailboats here in the Pensacola area. And I'm carrying stuff down the dock to Osprey, my Catalina 27 tall rig sailboat, where my brother-in-law Earl is aboard, already stowing stuff. Hello, Earl.
Hello, Steve.
My family's 3 generations of sailors exhibit the same hairstyle. My family had 3 sailboats in the Florida 120, and the plan was to all link up at the first destination, the anchorage behind Perdido Key at Ft.McRee. Osprey sailed out of Bio Chico, down Pensacola Bay, then Santa Rosa Sound towards the pass. Just beyond was Sand Island, which we circle around until we can enter the anchorage. There's Osprey, towing our trusty dinghy, Little Chick, passing the Coast Guard station. It was a beautiful sunny day, perfect with a 10 to 15 knot breeze, occasionally gusting to 20. All of a sudden, the quiet was replaced by the sound of the Blue Angels practicing above. And what a show! We entered the well-protected anchorage, then dropped the hook near where the Florida 120 fleet was gathering. This rally is for small boats, most in the 10 to 20 foot range, who come from all over the country. Some are home-built and show the pride each owner has for their own boat. Most of them sail in small lakes, and the Florida 120 is their opportunity to sail and meet other like-minded sailors. As it happens, 3 generations of my family are doing the Florida 120 on 3 boats. More boats kept arriving and pulled up on the beach. The wind was a bit gusty for the small craft as each came into the anchorage, and this one was heeled over so far he was washing his entire port side. Then my family's boats arrived. The first was my nephew Robbie, along with 2 friends, Adam and Brian.
Hey!
If you notice, they're dead in the water, about to drift backwards towards the beach. Sailors have a technique to sail out of this situation. By pushing the tiller over, the boat swings to the side, catches the breeze, and sails off. Then my nephew Robbie swam over and climbed aboard Osprey.
Hello there.
As he did, my grandnephew Sammy arrived in the anchorage on his boat, accompanied by my nephew Bill. That's Sammy on the bow, getting ready to drop the hook. Just as he did, my grandnephew Bryce, the last member of our family of sailors, arrived. He flew in from Virginia, delivered by Bill's wife Dawn. After delivering him to Sam's boat, she went home. A few other Florida 120 participants arrived to fill out the fleet. As you can see, they may be small, but they are lovingly sailed by their owners. We went ashore for the skipper's meeting and the burger bash, where I noticed that Bill, Sammy, and Bryce were all wearing the same shorts. My crew was using the dinghy to get to shore and back, but Bill, Sammy, and Bryce all used a novel way to get back to their sailboat. 3 men on a 1-man kayak. Will they make it? Will they? Maybe? Five of us were staying aboard Osprey, and the other 3 came over to make it a party of 8. For some reason, sunsets seem better when riding at anchor in a beautiful protected anchorage. Apparently, I'm on the bow of Osprey in this picture, telling the guys some kind of fish story. Sunrise, and now it's time to make coffee and whip up some kind of breakfast, which of course leads to more conversations. Earl decided to abandon ship and row the dinghy to check out what's happening on Sammy's boat. Now it's time for the fleet to set sail for the next destination. There wasn't much of a breeze though, and everybody was moving rather slowly. Robbie's boat is heading out with the spinnaker up, slowly passing Sammy's boat as Sam works on the foredeck to get some light air sails ready. They just ghosted along, hoping the breeze will pick up. It was time to get ready to pull up our own anchor. Little Chick, Osprey's dinghy, was alongside as I shifted it to a stern cleat, cranked up the engine, and slowly motored out of the anchorage. The wind, if you could call it that, was barely moving the fleet along, mostly sitting in Santa Rosa Sound right by NAS Pensacola.
Hey! Yo!
When the doldrums was interrupted by Fat Albert flying nearby. But then, another Blue Angels practice session. Since a strong storm front was predicted for the overnight hours, our 3 boats peeled from the fleet to head back in. Osprey, of course, went back to Bio Chico, where the Pelicans put on their own version of a Blue Angels air show. Finally, it was time to slowly approach the dock, tie up, unload everything, and go home.